Hey, my name is Marco. I'm a pro opera singer turned voice actor, and today we're going to be listening to Disposal Unit, the Imperium mix from Warhammer Darktide by Jesper Kid. So a lot of the comments in my Immortal Imperium video said that I needed to listen to the Disposal Unit Imperium mix, so I decided to at the gym, and let me say, that was the fastest mile I have ever walked in my life. I nearly vomited blood. It was so intense. Anyway, let's check it out. That's an exaggeration for the record. Let's check it out. So again, as we have this intro where we're sort of building up to what eventually comes, it's interesting because we're using instruments that don't sound like instruments. It sounds like clanging. It sounds like hitting things against metal. It sounds like manufacturing something. Disposal unit could be, literally disposing of weapons and objects or even people. But probably it's actually a fighting unit. And so perhaps, I haven't heard this song in the context of the game yet, but perhaps there's something about the disposal unit that is very menacing and brooding and ferocious. It follows orders to a T, and there's a lot of fear attached to this perhaps. Wow, do you hear how this is shifting into a beat? So we have this out of nothing, right? It moves into a beat pattern, and also we replace the strings there with the vocal line, and now we're gonna dive into this fat beat here. Dude, that is dope as f***. Okay. There are few songs that I listen to on this channel that I'm just like, And that's one of them. And I think it's a combo of a few things. I think the chant in there, that is interesting to me because as a singer, you know, elegant line, right? But it's not that at all. It's not a lyrical gesture. And even that's sharp rhythm. Sharp rhythm, as we understand it, is always there for building tension, for creating a sense of dis-ease, a sense of sharpness, a sense of feeling powerless. If you listen to Clair de Lune by Debussy, for instance, there are no sharp rhythms. And why is that? Because that song is placid. That song is to give us the feeling of peace, of joy. And that's rhythmic movement right there. Instead in this you go, right? So like that is to give us tension and to give us fear. This music gives a sort of primality, which is a word I just made up. It gives a feeling of primality, and it makes us feel like coming face to face with like a demon, right? Or coming face to face, if it's about the character, it's about prowess, it's about destruction, it's about death, it's about brutality and ruthlessness, right? It's almost like there's no consciousness. There's just the desire to fight and the desire to consume and the desire to maim and the desire to kill. There's no elegance, there's no humanity, there's no like grace. So there's two options. One, this music is all about brutality. Two, this music is about our character having to be brutal. Or three, it's actually from the perspective of the character, and it's not even about brutality, but it's about rising up and taking care of yourself and deciding to go out and vanquish your foes. And so what's cool about this, just from listening to it without having the context or knowing what this disposal unit is, whether it's a boss or whether it's an enemy type or whether it's about the character, is that feeling, it makes me feel powerful, right? And it makes me feel like I have strength and I have the capacity to lift heavy things, which is why I enjoyed listening to this at the gym. And so that's the power of this music, is that, yeah, I just jammed out for like 2 minutes, forgive me. But that music elicits this feeling of strength and raw, I don't know, virility, masculinity. There's a real sense of like, you know? Anyway, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. As always, if you like this sort of stuff, check out more Warhammer on the channel. And yeah, thanks a ton. There's links in the About section if you want to support the channel. And thanks a ton, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.